This is an L sample answer. Keep practicing to build confidence. To try a mock test with these questions, watch our mock test video. The link to the PDF document is in the first comment. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any videos. Let's start off by talking about teamwork. Do you like teamwork?
Yes, I enjoy working in a team because it allows everyone to bring their unique skills to the table. It's also a great way to learn from others and solve problems together. I think teamwork makes tasks more efficient and enjoyable.
Have you ever worked in a team with someone else before?
Yes, I've worked in teams many times, especially during school projects and at my job. For example, I recently worked with my colleagues to organize a company event, and it went really well. Everyone's contribution was valuable.
What do you learn from working in a team?
Teamwork has taught me how to communicate better and share responsibilities. I've also learned how to listen to different perspectives and compromise when needed. These skills are useful not just in work, but also in everyday life.
What do you dislike about working in a team?
Sometimes working in a team can be challenging, especially if people don't pull their weight or if there's miscommunication. It can be frustrating when decisions take longer because everyone has different opinions.
Do you think teamwork is more important in work or education?
I think it's important in both, but maybe slightly more in work. At work, teamwork ensures tasks are done efficiently and meets deadlines. In education, it helps build skills, but the stakes aren't as high as in a professional setting.
That's the end of part 1. Now we are going to move to part 2. In this part, you will have 1 minute to prepare and then speak up to 2 minutes. Describe an important plant in your country. You should say what the plant is, where it is commonly grown, what it is used for, why it is important.
One of the most important plants in my country is the coconut tree. It's a plant that holds cultural, economic, and practical significance, especially in coastal areas. The coconut tree is often called the tree of life because almost every part of it is useful. It's not just a plant, but a vital part of our daily lives and traditions. The coconut tree provides many essential products. The fruit gives us coconut water, a refreshing drink, and coconut meat, which is used in cooking and making sweets. The oil extracted from coconuts is widely used for cooking, skincare, and even as a natural remedy. The tree's leaves are often used to make mats or baskets, and the trunk is a source of sturdy timber. The tree is also known for its resilience, thriving in sandy soil and salty air. Culturally, the coconut is deeply rooted in our traditions and festivals. It's a symbol of purity and is often offered during religious ceremonies. For example, during certain festivals, coconuts are broken as part of the rituals. Additionally, coconut dishes are a staple in celebratory feasts, highlighting its importance in our cuisine. Its presence in such events shows how closely it is tied to our heritage. I admire the coconut tree not only for its practical uses, but also for its contribution to the environment. It provides shade, prevents soil erosion, and absorbs carbon dioxide, helping combat climate change. It's a plant that represents sustainability and resourcefulness, making it truly indispensable to our way of life.
That's the end of part 2. Now we are going to move on to part 3. We'll continue discussing the topic of plants. Why are some plants important to a country's culture?
Some plants have historical and traditional significance, often tied to a country's festivals, rituals, or cuisine. For instance, in my country, rice is central to many celebrations. These plants also reflect the region's agricultural heritage and influence its identity. They often symbolize a connection between people and their roots.
How can governments protect important plants?
Governments can protect important plants by promoting sustainable farming practices and protecting natural habitats. They can also support farmers with subsidies or training. Creating awareness among people about these plants' value can also encourage conservation efforts. Additionally, research into climate-resistant crops can help secure their future.
Do you think climate change affects the growth of important plants?
Yes, climate change has a big impact. Unpredictable weather, rising temperatures, and water shortages can make it harder to grow crops. For example, rice production depends heavily on stable rainfall, so any disruption can lead to lower yields and economic problems. Farmers often struggle to adapt to these rapid changes, making the issue more urgent.
Should people grow their own plants at home?
Yes, growing plants at home can be beneficial. It encourages a sustainable lifestyle and helps people connect with nature. Even small-scale gardening can provide fresh produce and improve mental health. Plus, it can reduce dependence on mass-produced food, which may not always be environmentally friendly. It's also a fun and educational activity for families.
That's the end of the speaking test. Good job.